I'm like an unstoppable engine, this shit's unreal. Push in, baby! Push in! Yeah! I'm the big nigga, you a little nigga, I'm the big nigga.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy DubCenTruL. Before I go ahead and start these topics real quick, I want to go ahead and say I'm gonna start doing these type of videos a little bit more often. You know, once you start doing so many things, you kind of lose track of kind of like your roots and stuff. And, you know, like a lot of people like my opinion, like to hear my rants. So, you know, I'm gonna start doing these a little bit more often. But anyways, guys, as of right now, people are talking about God of War, new God of War game, God of War Ascension. Now, what do I think of it? Honestly, personally, I can care less if it's a prequel or a sequel. Would I rather it be a sequel? Yes, I can't lie about that. But at the same time, it's not a deal breaker for me by any means. And I think that's what a lot of other people are saying too, that they're still gonna buy the game because they're fans of it, you know. And all I really care about, and what they care about as well, is what I'm getting from them, from their videos like BG and Breezy and shit, is that we just want a good game. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure it's good. Story, everything, gameplay. Just bring us a good game. You know what I'm saying? Santa Monica, bring us a good game. That's all we want. Bring a good God of War game. And the thing is that me, you know, I'm not gonna second guess them. They've always brought out good God of War games, man. The series is phenomenal. It's my favorite action video game series. There's no other action game series that's out there that really makes you feel that sense of like rage and attachment to the character. You know, when you're just tearing shit up and doing stuff, it just make you feel so badass while you're doing it. Awesome game series, man. I hope they really do bring a lot of great quality, and I know they're gonna have a phenomenal presentation like they always do with every God of War game. Just everything, the response, the gameplay and everything is gonna be seamless. It's gonna be very intuitive. I can't wait. It's gonna be great, man. Now, this kind of leads into another thing I was going to say, and it kind of plays with like what people were telling about with Resident Evil 6 and all this stuff. I think a lot of people are being a little too critical of games, you know, nowadays, and it was something that I talked about on this podcast that DJ Fusion, Get Wavy podcast was having, was that a lot of people, well, specifically with the industry, they always throw around the word innovate way too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like I bring out a game today, and then if I bring out a game next year, it's supposed to just somehow innovate the fucking genre in some magnificent way. It's like, no, it doesn't have to all the time. It doesn't have to. I mean, yeah, does there need to be some type of improvements from game to game? Sure. But it doesn't have to be a fucking genre-changing fucking thing, you know? It doesn't have to necessarily innovate all the time. And I think that's what's going to happen with God of War. I think that this one's going to come out, and then you're going to read all these reviews and stuff, and it's going to be like, oh, innovation, oh, it doesn't really innovate. Like, it doesn't have to. You know, it's a God of War game. It's just supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fucking awesome. It's supposed to be badass. Yeah, sure, throw in some new weapons, some new skill sets, whatever the case may be. You know, give a great story. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, when you need to innovate is from a generation gap. Like, games that come out on the PS3. When I play games on the PS4, that's when they should try to innovate, because it's a total generation gap. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference there. If it's on the same console, yeah, okay, make improvements. Like, look at games like Uncharted. You know what I'm saying? Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, like, truly, like, innovate the fucking wheel. They just made these vast improvements and made it a very cinematic experience. So much, they made such a big leap between the two that when people saw Part 3, they kind of shit on it more than they appreciated it, and there was some things about it that deserved it or whatever, but they shitted on it a little too hard other than appreciate it, because part 2 did it so big before it, and they were just expecting like, oh my god, it's gonna be, you know, even this much better. It's like, no man, just, you know, give us more of what you gave us before, and that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? Different story, yada yada, whatever. Dope ass game. You know? But I mean, I just think a lot of people are just being too hard on games. You know, games supposed to be fun. You know, fun, enjoyable, intriguing, enthralling. You know what I'm saying? Very intuitive, you know? Just get back to playing games and appreciate these developers for making these games for us. There's some developers that do some shady things. We all know that. As far as, you know, the whole DLC and all that stuff like that. But I mean, those developers that truly do bring out these great experiences, man, you know, try not to critique them so fucking hard, especially when the games aren't even out yet. You know, if you're having a great time with a game, you know, there's no reason to nitpick. And then, you know, like, I see all these people like, oh my god, look at all the jaggies. Like, I'm playing the game, I don't see all that shit. You know, and I remember at a time, I was even talking about, like, I didn't have, like, a change from, like, my TV upgrade and shit. Then I got a new TV, and people are like, oh, you're gonna see it now. But I don't see shit. I still play the game the same way I do. And the problem is that there's people looking for these issues. They, like, walk up right on walls and shit, and they're like, oh my god, look at that shit. Like, why are you even doing that? Just play the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you up on the damn wall looking at the looking at the fucking textures and shit? Like, why are you getting that close? Getting a first person view just to stare up on the wall? What? I don't know. To me, like, some people just try to go way too far just to try to prove things the way that they want to see it, except for just enjoying video games nowadays. And they're critiquing them a little too hard than what they should be. Just sit back, enjoy your games, actually play the games for the entertainment value that they try to provide to you. But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I'll holler at y'all later, and thanks for watching. It's your boy Champ. Peace.